Sun, moon, stars,
It's a dark night, 2-0. So, you see the beacon of light through that black hole? Greetings. We're going to go ahead and get into this channeled message. Now, today I decided to do things different. And what this is talking about is me letting the cards fall where they may. Now, for those that have seen the individual sign readings behind the scenes, I do appreciate you. However, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Now, if you are a Libra, Cancer, or a Gemini, what this is talking about is a spiritual union. However, it starts off with an upgrade. And this is because you're currently in a karmic contract or you just completed one. And since this is the case, I'm pulling on Virgo and Gemini energy. Now, as a whole, for all that click on this reading, whether or not if you are Virgo or Gemini, what this is speaking of is a karmic contract and a soul tie that starts off with a soulmate connection. And because of this Virgo energy is going to double as healing for some and a healer for others. Now, in reference to a Gemini, you could be an individual that knows a Gemini, and because of this, you're opting to say that this Gemini is the one that shows up in all my readings. However, I can reassure you that it is a multitude of Geminis that show up in my readings, as well as Virgos. However, they don't feel like I could pick up their energy. And because of this, they're missing out on valuable information. Now, in regards to the soulmate connection, it started off for financial purposes. What this is talking about is you giving an offering and then receiving it. However, you weren't aware that you received this offer after a shift. Now, this certainly is talking about a paradigm shift and a relocation. And because of this, currently, the individual that you are with or the individual that you are thinking of is the person that you could rest assured is doing you dirty. Now, you could be a child's parent. However, you don't necessarily have to be a biological parent. What this is giving me is a caregiver or a step parent. And since this is the case, in the near future, what I feel is someone's going to leave a situation that they feel they learned from. Now, in regards to an activation, you could have been working on your physique. And because of this, you're noticing a physical change. However, currently, someone is not able to maintain this change. And this is because someone was training like an athlete. Now, for those that are not aware, when you train like an athlete, that means it's for an event. However, what I'm getting is because someone did something so drastic, they're not able to maintain the benefits of doing an extensive workout. Now, you may have also noticed when you started doing things different, the content you viewed also was different. Now, this doubles as the things that you watch and the things that you subscribe to. Now, for some, you could be seeing a lot of advertisements that are talking about the body. However, for others, you're seeing advertisements that speak about the mind. Now, as a whole, everyone is seeing things. However, they're not paying attention to it. And this is because either your head's in the clouds or you're in a new contract. Now, in regards to someone not taking the lead, this could be a conversation that you overheard while you were in a deep sleep, and or this could be something that was said about you while you weren't around. What I believe happened here is someone accused you of laying down with someone that was already spoken for. And because of this, in the near future, this individual is going to experience the same thing. And due to this being a third-party conversation, you aren't aware that these individuals were blasting your name. Now, if you are also a content creator, what this is getting to is energies shifting around you and about you. Now, what the about you means is someone feels like something is secluded to the tarot community. However, this platform is huge. So when this individual realized they couldn't do something to a specific person because of who they are, they decided to venture out. Now, you may have noticed things change in your environment, and when you did so, you may have also seen that the settings on your device changed as well. Now, these are small, little incidents that make you aware to what is taking place with you spiritually. However, if you're someone that feels like nothing is changing, it is because you're not paying attention. Now, what I feel to be true for Virgo and Gemini as a whole, this is talking about you encountering one another in the near future. Now, for those that feel like they don't have to tell someone their sign, What that is going to do is cause an upheaval, because how you start a relationship is how it's going to end. And what that entails is, if you start off telling tall tales, one's going to get told on you, and someone's not going to take your word in the near future. Now, what I also know to be true is everyone that clicked on this reading, energy also came out in a prior reading. However, you weren't inclined to watch that reading, or you felt like it wasn't you at that time. Now, since both of these cards came out conjoined, this is telling me that you are either a couple, or you're going to be a couple, or this could be someone that you get into trouble with in the near future. And because of this reading is showing up as a partnership, whether or not if it is platonic or romantic. Now, for those that are interested in the behind the scenes, you can check this reading out on Tier 1. So make sure to join the membership on Sun, Moon, and Stars Intuitive. Deuces. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Etha.